Snow-covered fields and frozen canals. In January, it looks like there isn't much to see here. But these pipes rising through the snow are what water conservation looks like. In the spring, they will deliver water to Adam Hubbard's fields of peppermint, spearmint, corn, and winter wheat.
I'm a third-generation farmer, and so my dad, grandpa, they did improvements, putting in pipe on their own. As far as myself, about 4 years ago, we started heavily investing in infrastructure for conserving water.
Farmers have been investing in the water infrastructure in Utah for more than a century. The water in this valley travels through these intricate canal systems managed by the Bear River Canal Company. Trevor Nielsen is the general manager and is helping farmers get water to their crops, but also helping them save as much of the resource as possible.
Farmers are the original conservationists, and we feel like we try to embody that here. So one of the biggest issues right now is the decline of the Great Salt Lake. And so we spend a lot of time and effort trying to do more with less so we don't use as much of the natural occurring water in our area.
Farmers like Hubbard are able to put these conservation efforts to use on their farms with the help of state and federal programs. In 2019, the Utah legislature created the Agricultural Water Optimization Program to help cost-share water conservation efforts on farms. Hannah Fries is the program manager at the Utah Department of Agriculture and Food. She's excited about the willingness of farmers to invest their own money to save water.
They are stepping up to the plate. They want to do their part. They are doing it financially. They're investing labor. They're investing dollars to put in these conservation projects to show that they want to be part of the solution. We're not sticking our head in the sand. We know that ag uses a lot of the water in the state of Utah, and so we have a lot to bring to the table.
Nielsen says this conservation effort by farmers is not for selfish gain, but to share benefits beyond the crops that we rely on for food.
Some of this water will be used to improve the availability of water to farmers themselves, but a lot of the push in Utah is to free it up so that others can have the opportunity to use this scarce resource. So it's not for them.
Hubbard says most of the water that irrigates his crops eventually does wind up in the Great Salt Lake.
So there's a system in place that there's drain ditches that go out, take the water off, and they all go to a center point and eventually go towards the Great Salt Lake.
While these conservation efforts are beneficial, they are quite costly. That's why Hubbard is thankful for the Agricultural Water Optimization Program to help implement these projects on his farm.
There's no way we could put this in without the assistance of these programs. In fact, for one leg that we did, it's like an 8,000 feet stretch, so it was a big project. We put in for 10 years to try to get assistance on it because we financially couldn't do it 100% on our own.
The water that farmers like Adam depend on here in this valley to irrigate their crops travels more than 50 miles over this mountain range from Bear Lake through these canals that we've talked about. But it's the work that farmers are doing on their farms to conserve that water that will help ensure that future generations can grow food right here in Utah. Reporting from Corinne, Utah, I'm Karl Wiggers for This Week in Louisiana Agriculture.